Pockets are meant for phones these days, but sliding a dedicated camera into a jacket pocket feels almost rebellious. That is essentially the charm of this compact shooter from Sony. It somehow packs a massive 30 times optical zoom into a frame that disappears the second you zip up. Look, nobody is expecting massive DSLR performance from something this small, but what happens when you press the shutter button is genuinely impressive. That tiny body houses a Zeiss lens that reaches all the way out to a 123mm equivalent, pulling distant subjects right up close without completely turning the image to mush. Now, physics still applies, and when you push that zoom to its absolute limit, things get a bit soft, especially indoors or when the sun starts dipping below the horizon. But for outdoor daylight shots, the detail from the 18-megapixel sensor holds its own surprisingly well. Low light can be a bit of a mixed bag, though. While the X-More sensor tries its best to pull clean frames out of dim restaurants or evening streets, noise creeps in if you push the ISO too high. What saves it in those trickier lighting moments is the 5-axis stabilization. Handheld shots at slower shutter speeds actually stay remarkably sharp, which takes a ton of stress out of shooting on the fly. Framing those tricky shots is surprisingly fun thanks to the little pop-up electronic viewfinder. It feels a bit like a secret agent gadget every time it clicks up into place. And honestly, having a physical viewfinder in bright sunlight is a lifesaver when the screen washes out. Speaking of the screen, it flips all the way up 180 degrees for anyone wanting to check framing for a quick self-portrait. Navigating menus and settings feels snappy, though the sheer depth of options can feel a bit overwhelming if someone just wants to point and shoot without fussing over custom memory recalls or manual aperture tweaks. Connectivity is straightforward enough with built-in Wi-Fi and NFC for kicking photos over to a phone while sitting at a coffee shop. Video shooters get solid format options like high-quality XAVC-S, though the tiny built-in microphone tends to pick up every whisper of wind if shooting outdoors without a dead cat. Overall, it sits in a very specific niche. It will not replace a heavy interchangeable lens setup for serious studio work, but for a travel companion that goes anywhere and brings distant details right to the fingertips, it punches well above its weight class.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.